Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach and I'm going to curse it because I'm going to say this is probably going to be one of the shortest videos I've ever done, which means it's going to take forever. But the other CSLA issue that I want to fix is this one. Now, it's kind of an odd one where I noticed that if you have this condition on your managed, what's that? Is it yeah, it's the manage backing field. That when you do this and you don't have any modifiers on it and you put modifiers on it and there was a comment there, it duplicates the comment. This does not happen if you have like at least public there or static there, read only. Okay. It still compiles. It's just because those are comments, they don't show up there. They still compile, the code still compiles. But like I say, it's ugly because now you have a duplicated comment there. So it's like, why is it doing this? It really shouldn't do it. And so I looked at the code here and which one was it? Was it the manage backing field code fix? Yes, this one. That is the one. And so I looked at this, I'm like, it's not doing much. It finds the current field node. It adds the modifiers, but then I notice it's picking the trivia because I don't want to lose the trivia. And maybe I did this when I was writing it because I thought, well, I'm going to, you know, I was losing the trivia, so I want to bring it along. But in one case, at least I am bringing along a duplicate. So I thought, well, a couple things I'm going to do to try to fix this. The first thing is, was it the first thing? I'm basically going to see if I just don't copy the trivia over. Does it still work then? Does the comment still stay, whether it's there or not? I'm wondering if when you have a modifier that comment becomes leading trivia, or I should say it's not leading trivia in that case. Whereas if you have no modifiers, it is suddenly leading trivia and you end up actually adding it again. I'm not sure. I really don't know. So that's why I say I think this should be easy, but I don't know how to fix it. And yeah, so we're going to just make the V6 go. Okay. And we're going to play with a couple things. Just see, first of all, if this still happens. You know, that's the big one. Because if it doesn't happen, then there's no point in fixing it. But we shall see. Come on, load all the things. It's not that big of a job. You can do it. Okay. Let's close that out. And where would I have this? Busy properties, not serializable. Calling new test constructor, correct operation attribute usage. Nope. Operations and attributes, property definition tests. I bet we have some stuff here. Because it isn't read only. Yes. And so now here, if I say apply the fix to where it should be static read only, that works. And there is a comment there. Okay. Notice though that in all these cases, come on. This should fail because it isn't anything. Resource not anything property. Okay. And then we take this and we do that and that. Okay, so now this should, excuse me, this should fail as it is. But now if we try to fix it, yeah, notice it's doing the double copy. Well, okay, so at least we know it's still there. Fair enough. What would happen if I did this and just took that out? Okay. Let's run that again. Let's see what happens. We're at about 5 minutes. I'm just hoping it's like one simple thing and it just handles all cases. But I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Wait till it gets all squiggly. Random comment. My wife and I have been watching House. We never watched the series House when it was out. And so we're binging that. That's 8 seasons worth. And I have to admit, Hugh Laurie, he plays that role so well. It makes it so entertaining at times. Okay. Now, here's the thing. This should not break what we had before. So if I do this, yep, the comment goes away. And that's not what we want. Okay. But in the case where it's not anything, why? Why does it do that? So this is not even that much better because the comment stays with the field. Stop with the messaging, please. Anyway. Well, this is going to start to becoming a problem. We obviously can't just comment it out. But the other thing I thought of is if I notice there aren't any modifiers, that then I just don't copy the trivia. That don't work either. We definitely want to do that. But if we do that, then what happens is that we get, the duplicated comment. So it's really bizarre. I wonder. Let's come back over here. So when you do with modifiers, you're definitely going to get a new node, and then you get another new node with the trivia from the field node. Not that it would matter that much, but should we do something like this? And then we say new field node is equal to new field node. Not that this would make any difference, okay? Because what came out of with modifiers is a new field node. And then you say with trivia from. But why do we want the original field node? Wouldn't we want this? I don't know. Can you tell I'm guessing? I'm totally guessing here. And the only reason that this exists here. Wait, cancel. Let's back this up. Yeah, there we go. The only reason that this is here is because I noticed it. I don't remember when I noticed it, but I noticed it. And I'm like, why is it doing this? This is really, really bizarre. So, yeah. So, I might have to actually start whipping up a test for this and not do it within the integration test. And make sure that we don't see a trivia line in the code twice. And that makes me wonder, in the string API, is there a way to say, does this thing exist and I don't want to do it with a regular expression, I just want to do it with strings? Anyway, probably didn't understand a lick of what I just said. But if this doesn't work, then I'm going to probably break out a test, because then this isn't just as simple as doing this. I do know that when you make new nodes and they're mutable and trivia comes along for the ride, it gets really squirrely. And all right, well, it hasn't fired yet. And yeah, it removes the comment, which is not what we want. And in this case, it does something stupid, which is not what we want either. So neither one of those are good. Even if I make a unit test, though, the problem is that I have no idea how to fix this. It's just like, well, okay, I've got with modifiers. Well, why would that, there's no way to say preserve the trivia. So yeah, all this didn't matter. Where we were before is where we are now. It's the same problem. And then we say replace the field node with the new field node. I know I've run into this somewhere before. Yep, I've done with trivia from the original constructor. So wait a minute. I'm wondering. Let's Okay, so let's look at the thing I want to see is in the constructor, is it the same problem? And would it be a problem in other places? Okay, so constructor tests. This should have an error because it doesn't have a public constructor. It's because we never have a comment. So if I apply the code fix here, it's just going to change that. Now, let's do comment. Now what are you going to do? It just changes that to private to public. Let's get rid of this. We should still have the error because it's by default not public. I think it's internal. Yep, and it screws it up exactly the same way. Well, at least, okay, we've learned something. And I mentioned house differential diagnosis. What have we learned? What have we learned? We have learned that this isn't just on field definitions. This is also really on anything that we do where you do not have a, where you don't have a modifier and you're going to put public there. Because if I come back to this code here, is with modifiers, public modifiers. So if it didn't, so if I got the constructor and it had public or it had private, how am I making it so it's no longer, like, how did I do this? Add code fix with new public constructor. Okay, that does the new. So how does it, it must just say because we're doing a whole new list of with modifiers, that makes a constructor with just these modifiers. It doesn't matter what the modifier is there. It just puts public there. And oh, by the way, copy the trivia. Is there a way? No, you have to. With both the leading and trailing trivia of the specified node. I'm going to go out on a limb here and just do a wild experiment and say, I don't know. Does it matter the order? So do you want to do the trivia first? Like that? See, I'm already at 16 minutes. I told you this was going to be long and painful. Let's do the fields first, because I don't have a comment on the other one. And then we'll see if this actually helps or not. Why is this so slow? Jeez. Okay, so we're going to go back to, we don't need the serializable argument test to come up anymore. We just need this. Okay, so everything should always ignore, go away. So once you get all red on me, then I should be able to, come on. How? There. Okay, now this shouldn't have broken, which it does. It's now going to remove the comment, which is not what we want at all. And this one, this one does the right thing, but it only made it read only. And now it's going to be, yeah. Wait, why? That doesn't make any sense either. If you, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. If I had a public and a static and a read-only, and I'm adding all those modifiers to the new field node, why are we only seeing read-only there? That doesn't make any sense at all. Holy cow. This is, wait, add read-only modifier. Oh, I was getting confused. It's actually a different one, but notice it ain't screwing up. Though this is another piece of information. And information is half the battle. Knowing is whatever. So this is IDE 0044. So whatever it's doing it in a way that doesn't kill it. But when we do it, it's all garbage and a half. I have no clue why. I have absolutely no clue why. But this is goodish, because if I come here and I say IDE 0044, right, but what I want to, oh, that's 2018. Where in the world is somewhere out there? This is source, Roslyn. Why can't you? Is it Roslyn source.io? Oh, for God's sakes. .NET Roslyn. Fill in the backlog. That's above. Find a feature against the right. I don't want the pre-builds. I just want, where is the searcher of the code? Feature, contribute. Yes, this is what I want. Okay. Well, I'm going to cut the video here, because what I need to do is find IDE 0044. I need to find the code fix that does this. And I can't find it. And I need to find it. And somebody somewhere is going to be able to help me find it. So I'm going to find it. I'm going to look at what it does to add the modifier by not messing up the comments. I am sure, because I know I've done this in the past. I know I've done this where I've struggled and struggled and struggled with trivia on these nodes and never ever got it to work correctly. And I remember one time it finally hit me. I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that right. And I wasn't actually like updating the right node or something. And it got like, it was so obvious in retrospect, and I can't remember what that was. But it ain't coming to me right now. And I'm actually doing a presentation for Atlanta.NET user group tonight. So I want to make sure that I've got plenty of time, that I got everything ready to go and running. And so I really don't want to screw with this stuff at all. And I don't want to get nerd sniped and, focus way too hard on this. So that's what I'm going to do. Just going to stop right now. And when I come back in the next episode, I think what I'm going to do is just have it fixed so I can move on to the rock stuff and then the fun project. So thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.